That's close.
No, just Zach. Okay, roll strength check.
You're muted, Kyle.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm
That's all right.
making.
Everything
Thank
all right?
you, Trayvon.
Yeah, no, it's nothing house related. I was wondering why my computer was running like shit and crashing. It's because I didn't have it fucking plugged in to power. I mean,
That'll do it.
Yeah,
so
that will.
I'm trying to run multiple screens and stream and fucking on battery power. Anyways,
on battery power.
yeah.
Yeah, with the 12, yeah, again, it takes a minute, but you get the lid back closed without breaking anything.
Well, I think that just leaves that one down there, because I don't believe we checked that one. One to the bottom left.
Have we
You went to
taken
the right one.
taken a close look at the statue to the north, or
Not yet.
the statue to the east?
No.
Okay.
Taking a look at any of the statues.
Okay.
We've checked 4 of the 5 sarcophagi that are in here.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And it looks like we checked all of the other rooms that we've passed by so far.
We glanced in.
Okay. But saw that they
So
didn't
they'll-
look remarkable. Okay.
Yeah, since
Okay.
they didn't look remarkable, we passed it by. This one we spent some more time in.
Gotcha.
Come to find out, it's in like the first sarcophagus of the first room, because who's going to check that one?
It's like the chalice or whatever. The plain wood one.
Oh, from Indiana Jones.
The Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail, yeah.
Just a little chalice. Nothing special about that thing.
Did you want to look at the statues?
Yeah, I'll walk up to each statue, starting with the one in the north and seeing if it's magical.
Okay. You detect magic is not pinging anything.
Doesn't appear to be nothing special about that one.
And I would say it's been close to about 10 minutes. With all the prying open of sarcophaguses, searching the room. So your spell's just about out.
Just run.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just do a quick glance at that one, and then a quick glance at that one before it ends.
Okay. If you search the whole room, you don't get a ping in this room.
Okay.
Doing a little run around.
You run around, I run around.
I mean, he doesn't have to
run around.
do the run around, but yeah, he basically runs around the room and...
You must move your token every inch.
And quickly.
I yeeted my token back to the entrance of the room. I think this room is a bust.
Let's
Well, let's keep
travel
going,
onward then, shall we?
The torches out in this hallway, the ones that look like they're lit, are those ones actually lit?
Yes.
Did we walk into this room with detect magic on, or have we been walking through the hallway with it?
You turned it on in the room.
You turned it on in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to move to there carefully.
Okay. Make a perception check. 22. No traps as far as you can tell.
This one is lonely.
Is this another sarcophagus, or is it like a table?
It's another sarcophagus, yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's worth checking out this one, even though they're not outwardly ornate.
Carefully walk up to it.
Okay. Make a perception check. Doesn't appear to be
But
trapped.
only kind of carefully. And then give it a good once over. Are there any inscriptions on it?
Yeah.
Drevok, Mind translating this for us?
Yeah, one sec. This one says, here lies the Oakfall family.
Does that name have any significant meaning historically?
For me, it doesn't ring a bell.
Alright.
Did any particular family have anything that might resemble the weapon we were looking for?
On their seal? Not yet, no.
No, I'm asking Trevok and Dravok. Like,
Oh.
historically.
Are you paying
Uh,
attention
like, are
to
there any-
history class?
Yeah. Are there any tales of any families who
You
had
know,
something?
a lot of our history was lost. We I think if we could get into the libraries of Deepholm, we might have more information, but not here.
Shame.
While they're poking around that room, can I want to check out the torch.
Okay.
This is mostly just for my curiosity. Does it seem like it's somebody's cast continual flame on it? Like, is it giving off heat? Is it doing any of that, or is it just giving off light?
It's a torch.
Okay, because I'm like, these things have been down here for a while and they're still burning. Did somebody just cast continual flame on a torch and stick it in the hole?
You don't know? I mean, you sort of know. There are caretakers.
Oh, okay. So there are people who come down and do
Mhm.
that shit. Okay. I was sitting here going, if nobody's been down here for a while, I
You
bet
haven't
these are
seen
continual
any,
flame
so you
torches.
haven't ran into anybody yet. But
I'm sure they wouldn't mind us, just opening tombs, closing them,
they
poking
might be a
around.
little upset about that. But
Only if
people
we get
come
caught.
down here all the time to honor their dead. So
Yeah, as long as they don't see us opening or closing them, they're just here touring?
Honoring those who have come before us.
Let's move to this intersection.
Okay.
Ooh. There's more floors.
Doth the stairs go up or down?
up.
Oh, because
Did
we're
we
going up
go-
into the ziggurat.
I bet what we're
Did we
looking
go
for is
down?
this pinnacle.
So you walked up the stairs on the front like a pyramid, and then you went down into the ziggurat. It goes up and down.
Oh,
Just not these
this one's
stairs.
fun.
These stairs go up.
Maybe we should finish off this floor and then start another one.
I
Fair enough.
agree.
Let's go here. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
Dust in my eyes.
Does not appear to be any traps.
Achoo. Continue down the hall. I know there's more around the corner that I couldn't see, but first glance it looks uninteresting. Ah,
Does not appear to be traps.
and this probably is the end. Oh, there's another fancy one.
This one looks fancier.
Fancier. Um, Trevok and Dravok, do you mind looking at the sarcophagi and seeing if there's inscriptions on them? I'll take a look around the room in general and look for any traps. So I'm gonna try and carefully head just
Do you want me to look for magic again?
That depends on how inconvenient or difficult it would be for you.
While you guys are looking around, I could just ritual cast it real quick. Well, not real quick, but while you guys are doing what you're doing, I can do that. And Dravok can look over the inscriptions.
Sounds logical.
Okay. Yeah, he looks over the south one. That one says Hammerfell.
South one says Hammerfell. Oh, there's 5 in here. Oh.
The north one says Boulder Finger. This northwest or northeast one is unmarked. The south one says Kobold Buster.
I wonder what they're famous for.
I could hazard a guess or two.
You said you had a kobold that you wanted to lay rest. Maybe we could lay him in there just to fuck with him.
This is the burial place of your ancestors?
They're in here somewhere, but not the kobold busters.
I don't think he would quite like that. Maybe he would. He might find it funny.
He would definitely find it funny.
Griff would. I don't think the spirits of the deceased would.
Indeed.
And the one to the east says Shadow Fury.
How about we check out the unmarked one?
So last fund was in there was an unmarked fund in the last room like this. It had nothing in it.
But that was in one
But-
of the unremarkable rooms, right? Or was that in one of the
That
fancy
was in
rooms?
the top left-hand
Okay, so the
corner of
fancy
the
room.
map.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in the big
Alright.
fancy one.
Yeah.
All right.
My suspicion is what we're looking for is further up. Or
Yeah,
down if the spring is down.
I would say
It could be.
it's not so close to the entrance. I agree.
To the staircase, then.
To the staircase.
Yeet.
Is there any magic in that room?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Okay, you get to the staircase.
Stairs. And we go up the stairs.
Okay, you go up the stairs.
Just be careful on the stairs,
as-
too. They might have traps.
Yeah. I carefully go up the stairs.
They are not trapped. As you go up, you can see a couple of the caretakers that had been previously mentioned, and they're standing in front of a large iron door.
Hello, friends.
Can we help you?
Trevok is gonna step forward and go, "Oh yeah, I'm taking these outsiders around the ruins, around the ziggurat to kind of tell them about our history. That one, one who looks like his mother fucked a chicken. He's a bard. Figured shed some stories about us.
Indeed, I am eager to write a book on the history of the dwarves that are residing here.
Okay, Treylock, make a deception check with advantage with Rug's help. 18. They're like, all right.
I want to ask them if there's any more traps throughout that we need to watch for, because that one who looks like he's a little overcooked, he got shot in the arse by some arrows.
A couple times.
It was quite funny.
Well, if you had told us that you were taking these outsiders on a tour, we'd have had the traps disabled.
Hindsight's 20/20.
Kind of
It
a
was still
spur,
kind of funny.
it's kind of a spur of the moment idea.
Some of the sarcophaguses are trapped. Just don't try to open them.
Is there a way we can easily tell which ones?
It's not very easy to tell. Otherwise, they would be pointless. They're
He's-
trapped by the families who decide to trap them.
He's got a point.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
We're
point.
definitely not going to look at the untrapped ones, but you know, if we were curious,
Trevor, can I ask, what's on the other side of this door here?
None of your business.
I think we found what we're looking for.
Baybuck, I thought you assured us your status in this city would allow us access to everything.
You'd think, but some things are better left untouched. Where's the sleep spell when you need it?
I don't think you.
How many guards are there?
There's 2.
Like I'm saying, like where's the sleep spell when you need it? Who knows? Maybe it might put one of them out.
Would we need?
I'm gonna cast Charm Person at level 2, so I can target both of them.
Okay.
And I'll say,
there is a semantic, but it's like
Oops, sorry.
Well, you're not fighting them, so
I would say,
they don't have
wouldn't
advantage.
you? I would say you should. How do I want to word this? We were given explicit permission by Kudmar that we were to tour the whole facility. I would hope you wouldn't want to fall in his bad graces as I cast the spell.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Uh, 13 for the first one. 9 for the second one.
Yes, the first
So
time
they-
I got to use that spell.
They're both like, oh, I suppose that makes sense.
We'll put in a good word for you.
Sure.
Does Trevok know these guys' names? Just offhand or no? I mean, he'll ask. Just be like, yeah, so because we're going to put in a good word for you. What are your guys' names?
Oh, I'm number 1 and he's number 2.
your parents weren't very creative, was it?
Well, that'll be easy to remember.
Well-
No offense.
When we devote our lives to honoring the dead and ferrying the dead spirits, we forgo our mortal names. We are given a number so that people can speak to us if they must.
Are you not mortal beings?
Huh?
Are you not mortal? Are
Oh.
they immortal?
No, they are.
Oh, okay.
They give up their mortal name when they take up the mantle of ferrying it's
It's metaphorical.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like there was actually a ritual, and now they're just like
No.
suits of armor or something.
Nope.
Okay.
But they are charmed.
For an hour, and then they know that they were
Then
charmed.
they know they've been charmed, yeah.
Might you let us through? We will promise to be quick.
They turn and they're like, "Oh, we can't open this door.
Why not?
Because you don't have the key?
We're not allowed in. We're here to protect the door."
Well,
What happens?
my companion here just told you that we were given permission to access the whole ziggurat. So we will try to enter the door.
Sure. They kind of just stand aside.
Is there a doorknob?
No.
Is there a latch?
No.
A lock-looking hole.
Nope.
It's just a flush metal door, flush with the
I was
the
like,
rest
is
of
there
the...
even any inscriptions? Just plain.
You don't see any, no.
Are you sure this is even a door? I mean, it doesn't look like a normal door to me.
It's like, yeah,
Trevor.
I mean, there's a crack.
Trevok, is this enchanted?
I'm gonna try pushing it.
Make a strength check.
This ain't gonna go well, folks.
Why is it -1 + 2?
Because I have jack of all trades.
Ah,
4. It doesn't move.
Trevok, is this enchanted?
Is the door enchanted?
It's probably been 10 minutes since you ritual cast it, looked around the room, and then walked over here.
Yeah.
But, we'll say it's at the tail end of it. Yes, it is very much enchanted.
Oh yeah, us enchanted is shite.
That makes sense. There's a very good chance even I can't. Well, I might be able to slip through, but there's no telling I can get back out.
Is this all that's up here? Is this door or?
Yeah, it's at the top of the stairs.
Oh, okay.
And there was no other way to travel. We saw no other paths, correct? We traveled all the other available paths on the floor we were on.
Yep.
It appears so.
But we didn't try pulling all the torches.
I'm pretty sure the torches were just torches.
Greyvok, are you able to dispel magic?
Me? No.
What about your brother?
No, I don't have it.
Leave it to the shit for brains not to be able to.
Says the shit for brains who also can't do it either. You gotta come up with some better insults, brother.
He's got you there. I mean, you do fall on the same jokes over and over again.
While all the commotion...
Chicken fell into your mother and you shot you out, so...
Yeah, see, exactly, yeah.
While all this commotion is happening, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on number 1.
Okay.
And see what he's thinking about us quarreling and about us. I I cast Detect Thoughts, it's concentration, but I will ask him after I cast
Just like
it.
surface thoughts, because he won't realize it if you're just trying to detect the surface thoughts. If you try to dive deeper, is when he has a chance to resist it and detect it.
Oh yeah, I'm not going deeper yet.
Okay.
Surface thoughts at first.
Yeah, you're just like trying to see what he's thinking right now, and he's kind of just like standing there, arms folded, but he's not in a threatening posture. He's like, man, these guys sure do talk a lot. But he's charmed, so he's like, he doesn't care what you're doing. You guys are
Right.
you guys are allowed to be there currently.
I don't get why I
Oh, go ahead.
could have asked this earlier. How does one normally gain entrance to this door if it has no handles?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, how do you know no one's gotten in? If you've not been on the other side, maybe shit on the other side's fucked up.
Oh yeah, could be.
Who does go through this door?
I don't know.
Who told you to guard it then?
Well, that's a slippery slope. The matron of ravens.
Are they an organization in this coven? In this not coven.
Has Trevok heard of the Matron of Ravens?
Absolutely.
Who
She is the goddess of death. She ferries souls to where they belong.
So I will ask Trevok and Drevok, matron of what? Who is that?
She's the goddess of death. She ferries souls to the other side.
So 1 and 2 did you choose this life or did this life choose you?
We devoted our lives to the ideal, and once we devoted ourselves, the matron came to us in a dream, and our duty was to guard this door.
How do you have time to go like eat and sleep and stuff?
We're not the only two that guard it.
Oh, where are the others?
Probably eating and sleeping right now.
Where? We didn't see any other rooms like that here.
Well, I'm pretty sure they don't live in the ziggurat.
We don't live in here.
Oh.
So is each pair named 1 and 2, or is it like 3 to 8?
Generally, if there's more than two of us, we'll say like 1 through 4, depending on how many of us there are, just so you can differentiate between us. But yeah, you might run into more that say I'm 1 and he's 2.
Interesting.
Guys, keep prying. I think that we might get something here.
So you've never seen anyone ever go through this door?
No.
And while they're talking, while they're active in conversation, I'm going to try to go deeper into number 1.
He's charmed, so he doesn't resist your spell.
Okay.
Basically, you glean that he's just being truthful. Everything he told you ever since like he was like a young boy being raised by the monks or the priests and priestesses of ravens, and then he grew up, he devoted himself, became a priest himself, and he had a dream, and the matron told him to protect this door.
You know why you're protecting it.
Can we pray to this matron?
I you can try, sure. I don't know. I don't know how she feels about people talking to people outside of her flock.
While they're doing that, can I cast Identify on the door?
Sure.
Does the flock gather regularly?
Oh, there's a temple here in the city. Yeah.
Did she give you a reason to guard this door, or did she just say to do it?
She just said to do it. I don't know what's on the other side.
Would you like to find out?
Oh, that is if we can figure out how to open the fucking thing.
My curiosity could be piqued. Yeah, sure.
Would she punish you if you were to enter the room if we somehow did gain access?
No one's ever made it in, so I don't know. Maybe.
That is a risk that I personally would not like to make.
Getting them in trouble or us in trouble?
Getting them in trouble. I'm gonna stop talking.
Well, let's keep poking around the door. If we can't find nothing, maybe we can talk to a high priest about it.
I was going to suggest we start with the high priest.
Well, I'm in the middle of casting a spell, so
Identify.
it takes a minute to cast.
Okay. It's magical.
Do I any other information other than this door is magical?
It
And locked.
you try like your identify spell is trying. It's trying to be like, well, okay, it's magical and it does. It's almost like it's confused. It's almost like the spell is confused by whatever this door is.
Didn't you think this is just a normal iron door? I mean, other than the fact it's an enchanted door, that is. Because this is giving me a fucking headache to look at.
I don't think they're lying to us. In fact,
Oh, of course not.
fairly certain they're not lying to us.
No, they would never lie.
Well, they're charmed. They're not really allowed to.
Yeah. They would never lie.
For an hour. And,
Yeah.
And then they're not. Then they're probably not going to be too thrilled with us. Do we want to go try and talk to the high priest? Oh wait, is there a high priest? I'll ask the number one.
No.
Is there like a hierarchy in the order, or I know none of you really like have names, but like, you know what I mean?
Well, there's not really. Once you've shucked off your immortal name, we're kind of all equal.
There's no one who's like an overseer who just kind of does more, even though everyone's equal. Like he or she or whoever has more responsibilities
equal?
than the others, kind of thing. Someone who might be
Well, one
looked
of
at as
them
a
is,
high priest, so to speak.
I guess, the closest thing we would have would be perhaps the keepers of the temple.
which is you?
No, we're
their
the we are the guards of the door.
This is a
keepers of
ziggurat, Arendia.
The keepers of the temple, they take care of the temple of ravens.
My mistake.
So we'll probably have to go poking around there.
Well,
Just asking them some questions.
If this is a issue with a deity, we do know someone we might be able to ask questions about who would be interested.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, you don't know. You'll find out. I'm not here. Not here.
Do you think he would help us?
Let's see how cooperatives monks at the temple are.
I don't know how
Close.
well he would get along with the. Well, never mind.
Oh, she's a patron of death. Don't think of her like.
Evil and death are not the same thing. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, that.
Yep. That's why I stopped my sentence.
All right, so should we go and try and talk to them then?
Seems to be the only thing we can do.
Aside from trying to forcefully enter this door.
I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Someone
Zach's
stronger
under
than we could
arrest.
try.
Zach's
never
getting
find me.
swatted.
Actually swatted.
Hey, I've got 2 toy Australian shepherds out there that'll tell them apart. They're both chicken shits. They'll run away.
I was gonna say
An entire
Aussies are
SWAT
like
team.
the friendliest fucking dogs I've ever met.
Those 2 are fucking chicken shits too. It's hilarious. One got chased by her fucking leash. It was great.
It wasn't a leash, it was a snake. Come on. Have some empathy. Jeez.
For that dog that has 2 brain cells that are fighting for 3rd place. Not the smartest dog in the world. Alright, so are we gonna head to the temple then?
Yeah,
If
you two have been extraordinarily helpful.
Wait, do you guys remember where the traps were?
yeah,
I
can you
believe
guys
it
turn
is
the
I
idea.
wasn't really paying attention.
Can you guys turn the traps off from here, or would you have to go down and disable them?
Oh, we can go turn them off for you, sure.
We would be very grateful if you did.
Hi-ho, back from work we go.
Number 2 heads down while number 1 stays behind at the door.
Maybe someone stronger than me should try pushing the door open, see if it budges.
Didn't think I don't think like anyone in our party is gonna be able to just push the door open.
Well, it's worth a shot. I mean,
I will cast telekinesis and inflict 1,000 pounds of pulling force on this door.
that's a lot.
All right,
Doesn't
now
move,
push
yeah.
the door.
Well, you know, like
Push.
You gotta push and pull.
push and pull. You know what I mean?
Okay, you pull on it and you push on it. It doesn't open.
Does it rattle a little?
Not even a little.
What about the
Damn.
stones around it?
We'd be better off digging a hole.
Well, that's my thought.
No.
Everything seems perfectly.
You're shoving on it with magic and it doesn't seem to want to move.
Well, we tried.
I try until
To the
I'm.
temple!
I try for.
Should be just like a minute.
Telekinesis lasts 10 minutes.
I don't think we should stay here for 10 minutes.
Well, I will do it until someone interrupts me.
Randy, I don't think it's gonna move.
I'll go with number 2 to play with traps while they're
Okay.
fucking around with that thing.
He goes down. He
I'll
stops
follow Trevor.
before the first hallway, and you see him reach his arm into a stone, and his hand passes into it, and you hear a click. So he's like, "There you go. You should be fine."
All right. Well, since you're heading back, I'll just wait here, and you can tell the others to come this way because they're
Oh, sure.
kind of fucking weirdos.
He wanders off.
And I'll just stand there and wait.
Yes, I went with Trevor.
Number 2 comes back and he's like, "Well, I've disabled the traps and your friends are waiting for you whenever you're ready to go."
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Of course.
Hopefully we will return and find out what's behind that door.
Please just remember we have no ill intent. We are just trying to write a fantastic history.
Indeed.
Yeah, sure. Why would anything be wrong?
Indeed.
I'm gonna walk down the stairs.
I just want that to be the last thing he remembers us saying when he wakes up and realizes that we've been fucking with him for a half hour.
Uh-huh.
And he puts a warrant out
Because
for
that's
arrest.
totally how charm person works.
I don't know.
At the end of charmed person, they know that they've been charmed.
Yeah, they may know that they've been charmed, but I mean, maybe we leave on a nice note. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, they
Yeah, we
also
didn't
saw
do
you
anything
try
bad.
to force your way into the thing they were protecting, and they couldn't stop you because they were influenced by magic. I don't think they're going to be very happy with you.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Maybe they should have just stepped aside to begin with.
I mean, it at least made it to where we didn't have to fight them. So
Yeah,
was
we won't be so
definitely-
lucky the next time.
it was definitely the peaceful option.
you guys are the sons of the guy, right?
I'm pretty sure nobody gives a shit about us.
They sure didn't seem to until they were
I don't think.
But I mean, if we're brought
I mean,
to trial
I don't think the
and
Iron Rot name really carries as much weight as you think it does.
if we're brought to trial and two of the people on trial are the sons of the elected leader of the colony, yeah, well,
Might
don't
be
think he
able to
deserves
get
coffee
away
anyway.
from a death penalty and maybe get away with like getting kicked out of the city.
we'll be fine.
Well, your crime wasn't terrible.
True. It's
You
not like
didn't
we
kill
murdered
anybody.
anybody.
No.
We just went up there and fucked with some guards. I mean,
We're just gonna lose all of their trust immediately. Fantastic.
it'll be great. So while Mordai and Trevok are standing there, Trevok's gonna look at him and go, "So, why do you like? I know you're a tiefling, but why do you look? How'd you end up like that?
Like that.
Tiefling, like, was your mother and father one? Was one the other?
Oh, my
Because I
mother
know I
was-
give you shit for having your parents be a good fucker, but that's just me flipping your shit.
my mother's a tiefling. That's it. Nothing else to
So your
trademark.
father's the good fucker. He'll laugh and kind of give that friendly shove to Mordai. He finds you fucking hilarious because you just take his shit.
Okay. You guys eventually make your way back to them.
All right.
Well, let's
all
go.
right. We ready then?
For future reference, this stone here is an illusion.
Good to know.
You try to touch it?
I will try to touch it. Like, say it's an illusion.
Your hand doesn't go through it.
Oh, fuck. I bet
It's
they've
just-
got some special magic that lets them do that.
I imagine that there's something around that door that is similar. If someone has told me all of what they've seen.
Should be interesting. Alright, let's go talk to some holy people.
And then have their honored guards run in while we're trying to convince them to let us behind their secret door. Fantastic.
I would say wrong for us.
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, it's better than beating him up on sight. I mean,
True, like, it was the peaceful option.
we did what we could. They weren't going to help us.
Would Trevok by chance know where their temple is? Or Dravok? No?
You're not holy people.
No, we're not. We make holies, but those are just in the walls. Digging joke.
Wow.
I figured just walk outside first person. We say, "Oh, you know where the Temple of the Raven Queen is?"
You're just asking a random
Just
person
the
walking
first
by?
person I walk by.
Okay.
Like as we walk out, just first person we see.
Out of the ziggurat. Hey, where's the goddess of death's temple?
He's like,
I have some issues.
no.
Ah, shite. I was hoping maybe you're on this side of town. Maybe you know. Right then. Oh, shite. Well, I guess let's look for a guard. See if we can't get the information out of one of those fuckers. Maybe we should have asked one or two where the fuck it was before we left, eh?
Yeah, wouldn't have been the worst idea.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, we're not great.
I
Okay.
hadn't considered that it would be difficult to find in city of this size. That's wrong.
You head back towards the checkpoint, where you find the first guards.
Yeah, just walk up to one of those and be like, wait, so we were in the zero and we talked to 1 and 2. Of course we did. Do you know what temple is? We were wondering to talk to a few more of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's over in the market district.
I assumed it'd be over in this
It's an odd
district.
place for a temple.
I didn't build it. That's just where it is.
I'm going to assume you build it and blame me for the rest of my days.
All right.
He's a bit of a bird brain, isn't he? All right, guys, let's fuck off.
To the market district.
Okay.
Spinning Batman symbol.
Fast travel to the market district. It's the very west side of town. It's over here.
The one with what looks like trees.
As a park, yeah.
How do the trees grow underground? Are they mushroom trees?
Nope.
Dang.
Brown mushrooms or red mushrooms?
I bet that has Dravok written all over it right there. That area. I'm gonna blame it on him until I know otherwise.
Okay. But you get down there.
I look around for something that looks like a temple.
Okay.
I'll look around for someone that looks like a guard.
Okay.
I'll look around for someone who looks like a monk.
Hey, there we go. We'll kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
I'll look around for someone
right.
who.
All 3 of you make a perception check, please.
Ugh.
14, 15, 11. Well, Trayvok's got the easiest DC. There are guards pretty much everywhere. This is probably one of the more guard-centric areas, because if somebody's going to steal something, it might be from the market district. Mordai, you don't see anybody walking around that looks like a monk. And Rog, you see a couple buildings that could be temple-ish.
I mean, I'll just approach one of the guards and be like, "Oi, guard, I got a question.
Yeah.
We're looking for the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Why?
The outsiders here are kind of fascinated by their order. Figured they'd have more information than I would. I dig fucking holes all day.
It's over there. And he points at this building.
Right, fellas, that one. That's the one.
One that looks like it has a nice terrace pool.
Yeah, but it just looks like that.
That's where they do all the baptisms.
That's where Karen. That's where Karen or Karan lives down
I
here.
think that like a baptism for a goddess of death is like literally killing someone.
Yeah.
Bathe in their blood.
Well, let's go.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You guys make your way over there. It's a very nondescript building. It looks like a fairly simple church, but not a lot of like iconography adornment on it.
Almost as if they don't want to advertise their location.
I mean,
To
if
people who are looking to break into their
more-
fancy door like us.
More like people generally don't go there for worship.
I mean, since it looks like a church and people usually just walk into churches, I mean, I'll try the front door.
It's open.
I'll open it up and be like, hello, you don't want in here?
Yeah, you walk inside. There are candles lit, but you don't see anybody immediately.
Shite. I do need know if you know one's in here. And then I'll just kind of like wander in a little bit, saying, hello, anyone in here? Got some questions. Oh, friend's got some questions.
No answer.
Son of a bitch.
Are there any closed doors that we can see?
It looks like one of those old church buildings where it was just like a rectangle
Any staircases?
with like a no, there are no stairs. There's like a speaking, you know how the pastor or whatever you call it.
A
So
pulpit?
there's like a podium,
Pulpit,
and then there's
podium,
the pews.
pedestal or whatever. Yeah,
The altar?
basically it's like that. The altar, yeah.
Irish Catholic.
We can tell who went to church.
I mean, I went to church, but
Yeah, I didn't pay attention in church either.
Are there pews?
Yeah.
I will sit and begin thinking of the goddess of death.
When Arindia does that, I'll turn to him and go, hey, if you fart there, you'll sit in your own pew. And then you just kind of wander around.
What the fuck?
You've never heard that joke?
Oh,
He who farts in church sits in his own pew?
what the fuck? Oh my god.
Now we know who went to church.
I mean, I went to church too. I just never heard that one.
Oh, God, I got in so much trouble at church.
I'll start skulking around the church looking for literature.
you guys are in there for just a couple minutes when suddenly, like, Arendia, you're sitting there thinking about the Raven Queen, and you hear like a fluttering of feathers next to you, and as you turn and look, there's an older gentleman sitting there, wearing black robes, some raven-like feathers on his shoulders. He's like, "How can I help you, my child?"
Do I?
Does anyone else hear the old man?
Yeah. Can I look at my friends and see if they are also seeing this man?
They're pretty preoccupied. Mordai was looking for literature. Trevok is kind of just wandering around. I don't remember what Rog said he was doing, but Rog's passive perception is kind of low, so
Yeah.
it'll take them a minute, but they'll notice.
We were at the ziggurat, and we felt a really strong calling to your guards and where they were, and we couldn't get much information out of them as far as why we were there, but they told us who they represented and why, and it brought us here.
All right. So how can we help you?
I'll be completely honest. For maybe the first time that I can remember, I think we need to know what's behind that door.
Well, no one is allowed beyond the door. It's at this point where Mordai and Treylock, you guys kind of notice this. There's this guy sitting next to Aurelia.
Is
He's
Like,
talking
we're
there?
to
like,
him.
oh fuck, where'd he come from? Somebody put a bell on him. Sneaky one.
We would do, I think, just about anything to be behind that door. Is who would
Pick
decide
your words carefully there.
who
That might sound a little confrontational.
who would decide who decides who enters that door?
With the Raven Queen.
Could we get an audience with her?
Hey, you're not a part of this conversation. Or maybe you are.
Shoves himself in the
I mean,
conversation.
never seeing the old man in here and get him kind of chuckling say that, like he's half-ass being a smartass.
Sure. You seek an audience with Seth.
Is that in character? Because if so, I would say we seek an audience with death personified.
Well, she doesn't. You can always try. Easiest way to talk to the Raven Queen is to die.
Man, homie really just told you to kill yourself. It's kind of messed up.
Well, guys, who's
Well,
dying?
I mean, that sounds like the easiest way to do it, but I mean, the coming back part sounds kind of the hard part. Are there like, oh fuck, I don't know, rituals or something we could do to maybe try and get?
There's a relic that we're looking for in the ziggurat.
He just looks at you.
Maybe you need to tell him a bit more on like why you're here, why you want whatever it is that's probably behind the door.
Oh, it's a matter of life and death for everyone.
Make a persuasion check. You give him no information, so it's going to be fairly high DC.
Treylock doesn't have any info to give him.
2 sorcery points to give myself advantage, so it makes it a even roll.
Okay. 21. He's like, well, I don't think I can help you, my child.
Oh, that's too bad. The have you heard tales of the Celestial War?
Do you mean the Heaven and Hell War?
Yeah, sorry, that one.
Of course.
It might be on the verge of happening again, and there might be something in that ziggurat that can help the side of the light win.
Well, the Mother of Ravens is on neither light nor dark.
That's actually good information. Thank you.
Death is neutral, doesn't care about you.
Death is a natural part of life.
Well, I suppose I'll just. Does she have you ever spoken to her?
Spoken to her? No, she's spoken to me.
Seems kind of one-sided,
has,
doesn't it?
has she ever asked for prayers or what's that word?
Worship?
Not worship, but when you give something to a deity for
Tribute?
Oh,
tribute,
or
tribute.
sacrifice.
Yeah. Has she ever mentioned prayer or tribute?
Our lives are our tribute.
Well, you are all doing great work. Your guards are steadfast.
They were specifically chosen for the task.
I hope that whatever happens over the coming days is best for the good of the world. And I will say I appreciate you coming to speak with me. If you want to speak to some of my friends, I'm sure they would be potentially interested in speaking as well. But I've taken enough of your time and theirs.
Arindia, I think I might have an absolutely crazy idea, but that's a priest said earlier about speaking to the goddess of death, dying. Um, well, talented clerics can bring back people from death.
That's usually kind of expensive.
Depending on how long the person is dead, perhaps. But I suppose you can see where I'm going with this. One of us could die.
Priest, do you have any rituals that would let someone pass on? Or do we gotta sit here and bludgeon one of us to death?
Well, there are simple ways to pass on, much less painful ways than beating someone to death.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, do you have anything that could help us with that? Or no?
We do not cause death, we ferry those who have died.
I don't think killing is the problem we face. So you have the ability to bring, or do you normally practice bringing back people from death? Or should we look elsewhere?
Death is the natural order. When death is bypassed, it throws the world into chaos.
I figured as much. Are there other temples in the city?
For the Raven Queen, no.
Other deities?
Oh, yes, there are, where...
Not that this is our only course of action. I'm just trying to weigh its viability.
Well, there is definitely a temple of the Wild Mother.
How
that far from
does
here?
how does the your
I
order take about how does your order feel about undeath? Like, not like bringing someone back, but filling with corpses, making zombie scary things.
he just like looks at you and he's like,
I'm not asking if you do it. I'm just. What is your view on others doing it? I do not know how to do it.
Asking for a friend.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'm trying to give everyone else like info, like, hey, bring up this, that, and the other thing. Give this man reason.
If I could give you double or triple a disadvantage, I would. You just asked a guy who just said death is a natural part of life. If he's okay with people being zombified and turned into undead. And he just kind of looks at you, just blank stare. Like, what is wrong with you? He does not answer your question.
I didn't think so.
You've been most helpful. But Arindia Rog, I'm not sure what other options we have. I mean, we could start by attempting to pray and contact us by traditional means, asking for a vision or a way in. But I think she's our only way through that door.
That seems to be the case.
Well, you said it's Rinda. You said it's about life and death, and the fuck was it? The heaven and hell war. What kind of shit have you guys been getting into? He might need a little more information than, oh yeah, shit might just hit the fan. You might want to tell him a bit more, because I can't, you haven't really told me or Dravok anything either, so we don't know what's going on outside of this city.
To be fair, Threvok, he barely tells me anything either. I've been picking it up over the last few months.
Like, is there anything out there that you guys think the Raven Queen might be appalled by someone doing?
Breaching the barrier between realms.
Yeah, there's this like demon lord that we saw.
Are you still talking to this guy?
No, I thought we walked away. Or no,
Oh, okay.
did we not? Are we having this conversation right next to him?
Yeah,
I think we're having this
I was
conversation
trying
right
to
next
pull
to him.
information out of you guys to give to the other guy to maybe see if we can't get anywhere with him.
Yeah, I would
Trayvon
say
doesn't know any of the shit that you guys have been through because he doesn't know anything that's in outside the city.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't, if you guys didn't say you left, then I'm still sitting in the pew, and if we're just having a conversation, I would say, yeah, there's this demon lord that we saw a couple of weeks or months back that is very worrisome.
Is that it?
Well, that's the reason why we're looking.
I know that the demon lord's a bad thing, but
yeah, it's the most bad thing. If there's a demon lord here, it means that war is coming.
So to answer your question, Trevor, yes, I believe the Raven Queen will listen and is very interested.
Out of character, I'm not exactly going to say in front of this guy that our Archangel Friend's dad is a huge lich because he just said that liches are the worst thing that's ever. I'm not bringing up the fact that, oh yeah, we talked to this lich in a tavern after we defeat.
I mean,
I caught that vibe.
I mean, the lich does want to die. Because I believe he said he didn't want to be a lich anymore.
Yeah, his ultimate goal is to die. He wants his phylactery so he can fuck off.
He didn't seek becoming a lich. He was forced into it.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, I mean that's where I was like, yeah, no, the Demon Lord's really bad. The Lich is probably really bad. She might be interested in, making the Lich be not alive anymore. But I don't know.
He is supposed to kind of help us before he dies, though.
True.
Well, I think we've taken enough of your time. Shall we depart and discuss our next steps further?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't see why not. The Trevok's gonna turn to the old guy and go, hey, sorry for being kind of a daft cunt.
He just kind of stares at you, still just
Yeah, just kind of like
flabbergasted at your question and like, what is wrong with you?
Before I'll get up to walk away. Before I walk away, I'll say, I don't think any of us caught your name. I know that the guards they said that they don't have names, so I'm going to assume that you may not either.
If you must call me my name, I am number one.
These guys are great.
So is there numbering for each role in your order?
No.
Well, the guards said they were 1 and 2. So
yes, because
so
there were 2 of them. It's so that you can differentiate between which one you're talking to.
So it's not like everyone in the church numerically goes down all at 1 to whatever value. It's every time you're. I getcha. Okay.
If there were 2 other priests here with me speaking to you,
1, 2,
I'd
3.
say I'm 1, 2, and 3, so you could differentiate between us.
Gotcha. I will walk away.
Trevok's gonna follow.
I head out.
Me too.
Okay.
Would I have known that Rog cast Charm Person on the 2 guards?
Yes, because you went into their minds.
I would have
was.
deduced that they were so chill that there's no way it's natural.
They also didn't resist you diving deeper into their memories.
Okay. Maybe they're just not very wise.
Uh-huh.
Well, then I'm going to say to him, I think that we should prepare for the backlash of what happened at that door. I think it will be coming for us soon.
Well, I mean, it's not like even if we overcome it, we can open the door anyway.
Maybe they'll put us on trial and we'll be judged by this queen. Lady. Goddess?
I think goddess fits. Can you guys think of any way we might be able to, I don't know, talk to her without dying? Or talk to somebody who might be able to talk to her?
Well, that's what we just tried.
I meant other than him. You guys said you had other friends.
So we do have an archangel friend, but I don't know how much he will be able to communicate with this goddess.
I would probably guess he can't, personally.
You
Now,
never know till you try.
we are all the way down here, and we have these things that we want to do, but we could always, one of us could die, and maybe that our friend whose name I have written down, the Lich King, maybe he could bring us back as a redeemed. No, that's not the word.
Reborn.
if necessary.
Drevo, can you bring someone back? I know you're pretty magical, more so than I am. I got the brains, you got the magic in this.
I can heal people. I don't have any revival magic.
I mean, maybe we can see if somebody at one of the churches here in town. I mean, even though it sounds like, hey, we're gonna have one of our friends die, and have you bring them back after a minute or two. Is that cool?
We don't necessarily have to give them our intentions. We just need to find someone who's willing to bring someone back to life. Archangel Benjamin may be capable of such feats.
We can ask him, I guess. He seems an interesting fellow, to say the least.
I don't think the Lich should be on our list of options, however.
I mean, we can at least talk to him. Say we think we found it, but we can't get in the room where it is because it's being guarded by the keepers of the goddess of death.
Do you know which god he's an archangel of, or is I don't know how that trade works. I'm not a clericy person or churchy person.
I don't think anyone's ever asked him.
Okay. I know Squib didn't, because Squib didn't care. But okay. Yeah, let's, I guess, try and ask him. See where we can go from there.
Does Mordai know? Or is it something Benjamin holds close to the chest?
It's not something you would have ever discussed.
Okay.
He doesn't have any symbolism on him of any specific deity.
You've never met him.
I meant that one of the others might have noticed.
No.
Right, so where are we going to next, mates? Friends, guys, hands. Where are we going?
I'm not sure. For once, I don't have a lead.
Well, I'm not typically the one who prays to the man. Perhaps we find somewhere that we
Never am I.
We can have him appear and not cause a commotion. If he will appear at all.
Well, we could probably find an inn or tavern somewhere and just do it in one of our rooms.
It's worth at least telling him. Wait.
Would Trevok know of an inn nearby in the market city or the shopping district?
No, the only inn is over here by the main entrance. It's where Inquisition officials used to stay when they would come for their taxes.
Yeah, the Trevok would let the party know. Yeah, the only inn here nearby anywhere in town is by the main entrance.
Are we standing outside the building right now, or are we walking somewhere? Did we
I said we
you
left
guys,
and we're just
you
kind
guys
of
didn't have a
wandering.
direction, so I mean, I guess you could have been wandering along the road, but
We could.
I'm gonna cast Sending at Archangel Benjamin. Benjamin.
Does he have to be on the same plane of existence?
If he's on a different plane, it has a 5% chance of failing. What would you like me to roll, Ben?
nope.
You wouldn't like me to roll, okay? Because it's
No,
not
he's
gonna...
on he's on this plane.
Oh, fancy. I'm going to say we think we found location of divining rod. Seems to be guarded by goddess of death. Say that. We think we found location of divining rod. It seems to be guarded by goddess of death.
Okay. The response comes fairly quickly. Oh, hello, Rendia. Where are you?
And I'll say back. We are in the Dwarven Mines. Wait, give me a second. Fuck. We're in the Dwarven Mines.
Dwarven Mines. Oh fuck.
Fuck, yeah, I know.
We're in 1 second. I put it here somewhere.
We're in the Dwarven Mines, northeast of Walden. We just left a burial site. We'll pray to you when in private.
Very well.
And I will say to my friends, hey, I just talked to Benjamin. He was interested to find out what we knew about where I thought the thing was. And let's get somewhere so we can pray to him. And hey guys, what's the name of this place again?
Ben said it a few times, but I don't remember. But Trevok will tell you the name of the city.
Muvernian.
I wrote Muvernian, but I didn't think it was right. Okay.
Muvernian, the Forgotten City.
Yeah, I had that in my fucking notes.
How do you spell it?
Muvernian.
I thought it was a continuation of the line above it, and it was someone's last name.
Okay, I have put that on my thing.
I like how you've started taking notes and they are unusable.
It's great.
It's amazing.
Fantastic.
Isn't it just the best?
The best part is Zach's like, my character knows because he lives here.
It's great. It's much about... Yeah, my character knows that from like 2 months ago. Yeah, my character's lived here for 65 years. I'm pretty sure he knows what this place is called. If not, he should not have as high as an as he does.
Yeah.
So let's go somewhere so that we can pray to this man.
It's near the main entrance. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, you head east through the city. Takes a few hours to get to the entrance, but you walk up to the inn. It looks like it's less an inn anymore, more just like a tavern because the Inquisition hasn't been down here recently. But they probably still have rooms.
Is there a person running it?
Yeah, you go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a bunch of dwarves just sitting there drinking at the tables, having a good time. You guys all walk in and like there's a band playing and the music just stops as everyone looks at you.
Trevok's gonna walk in and go, "Don't these fuckers look weird?" And just kind of laugh.
They're like, and then the music starts up again.
All right, let's go then.
Man, it's a good thing we got a dwarf in our party at this exact period of time, because otherwise we would have been like, hi guys, we're totally not threatening, and we're totally not going to get in trouble for doing something super illegal 50 minutes ago, and
It's definitely not a warrant out for people who look just like us.
That stick out like a sore fucking thumb in this town.
Because you're all a foot taller than all the other people.
Try and run away from the guards. Man, they keep managing to follow us. What the fuck? Well, you're taller than fucking everyone else here. Of course they're going to be able to follow you.
I blend in with the crowd by crawling on my knees.
Running on your knees. Now you just got to put on 100 pounds.
Put on 100 pounds and lose the horns.
Grow a beard.
Grow a beard, get paler skin. There's a couple of things that need to change. It's a good thing I know disguise self.
It's a good thing you're not a big fat guy, or this would be really difficult.
I'm gonna turn around to Trevok and Davok and say, should you talk for us and get us some rooms, or a room potentially to use? They didn't seem to like us entering.
Oh, I think it's just you look weird. I'm pretty sure now that we've broken the ice, you'll be fine.
I thought it was rather warm down here.
I see what you did there, Goat Man. Nice.
Haha, you're so punny. Okay, yeah. Once the ice was broken, everybody just went back to what they were doing.
Waiting for Rog or India to do things, because Rog's
It's
the
always like
charismatic
you know those
character.
old Western movies where the sheriff would like walk in and everyone would just stop what they're doing. Then they just walk over, order a drink, and everybody's like, "Okay, it's okay to be okay." Just because you are a strange sight. Most of the people down here have never seen anybody but a dwarf.
Or the bandit from the countryside. Literally, when you said the music stopped, the played in my head, like the old Western, like jingle.
Wah wah wah. Wee wee. Wah wah wah. Yeah.
Right? Eagle
It's a good
soars
bit.
overhead, screams. Uh,
We'd like a couple rooms if you have some.
You go up to the counter?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just
You
standing in
guys
the
are
doorway.
even awkwardly standing in the doorway. Yeah. And there's a
shout out with the music.
dwarven lady behind the counter, and she's like, "What can I do for you, dearies?"
We'd
Cleaning a couple mugs.
we'd like a couple rooms if you have them.
Oh, don't have a lot of call for that anymore. I've kind of turned them all into storage rooms. I think I got a couple that are still empty. Might have a bed or two left in them. But that's all I got.
We'll take whatever rooms you have with beds.
All right. What do you what do you got for trade?
I suppose. You don't like coin?
Not much use for that down here.
Well, you can craft with precious metals, can you not?
Oh, sure. But
Coins are kind of a
we
pain
don't
in the
really
arse.
use coins down here. It's all fair trade.
Randy, do you have any other gems?
Of course I have gems, Mordai.
If nothing else, would you accept gems? I know it's not a straight trade, but it could be passed on later to giants.
Oh, sure. What kind of gems you got?
That's a fundamental question. I have nothing.
Well, my gems are worth 100 gold pieces each. I don't think that a couple of rooms is going to cost 100 gold.
I mean, do you have any like furs or leathers or anything?
I don't know. Does anybody?
Everything I have is worth way more than the cost of a room.
Agreed. Well, fuck it. Here's a.
You could try to pay other ways.
Manual labor.
No, fuck that.
Maybe you can sleep.
If I play a song, can you give us a room?
Oh,
Do
are you a bard?
I am.
Oh, well, we don't get many bards, and the ones we do are all dwarves. I hope you have some good songs from Topside. But yeah, if you spend the evening playing, I'll give you the rooms.
I will do that.
Okay. Yeah, you just I
Um,
mean, you go up on the stage, the bard band just kind of follows your lead. You play some rambunctious musics from Topside that they haven't heard before. As many songs as you can like think of to like show them over the course of a couple hours. And she seems pretty happy, and all the dwarves are pretty happy and clapping along with these songs.
Wonderful.
And you do see like the dwarves that are like getting drink. They bring like you'll see a couple. They'll like bring like a can, well, not a can, but like a bowl of like vegetables, or just a simple iron ingot, or like anything like that. All this sort of simple supplies they give to this lady behind the counter, and she gives them drink. It's just kind of like material value.
A barter system.
Yep. And yeah, she thinks. I mean, more dwarves actually come through the door because they hear this music they've never heard before. They come in there and order more ale from her. So she definitely thinks it's worth it. And you guys get 2 rooms that have one like twin bed each, and those twin beds are sized for humans because this was where the Inquisition would stay. They're not dwarven beds like the ones you slept in the barracks.
Sweet.
Some of you'll have to like roll out your bedrolls on the floor, but yeah.
As soon as we get into our room, I would pray to Benjamin and ask him to come talk to us.
Okay. We'll if you guys are okay with it, that's a good stopping point, and we'll pick up when Benjamin shows up to talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Works for me.
Okay. thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Been fun.
It was
Bye.
fun.
Bye, friends.
Yeah.
Bye. 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 Bye.